On to some breaking news coming in right this minute. The U.S. Senate passes the sweeping tax cut and spending bill sent to the House of Representatives. That's the latest coming in. The legislation passing after the Vice President cast the tie-breaking vote. So there we have it, a major development which is at the center of a string of questions at this point. Politically and even otherwise, the U.S. Senate passing that sweeping tax cut and spending bill. It's been sent to the House of Representatives. The legislation has passed after the Vice President cast the tie-breaking vote. In fact, it remains to be seen what kind of reactions come in at this point. Let's go straight across now to Susan Teherani, who's been tracking the very latest. Susan, what more can you tell us at this point?
Well, Molly, the Senate passed this $4.5 trillion tax cut bill after last-minute changes to its health care provisions, because Republicans were scrambling to get their party on board, as we talked earlier. The legislation that passed includes major federal funding cuts to Medicaid that were opposed by hospitals and doctors, and would also boost the number of people without health insurance. However, on the other hand, it also failed to agree for an amendment to have illegals get off this federal health care program. Those that support it are optimistic because this bill is going to go back to the House because of these amendments, and there's going to be a lot of problems over there as well. They're already saying this health care issue and also the added to the national debt is going to be a problem for them. But they're hoping one incentive, the Republicans are hoping one incentive would be that if this bill isn't passed, about 68% of Americans are going to see their tax hikes. Tax increases in 2026 when a 2017 tax provision by Donald Trump expires. So on the one hand, a benefit to the American people. On the other hand, a huge cut to these welfare programs. So we'll have to see what the House does. Is it going to be a prolonged debate over there, or will it reach President Trump's desk on July 4th?
You know, Susan, just for context and for the benefit of our viewers, let's just talk about why this bill has been at the center of such a raging storm. Of course, also at the center of that major clash between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And let's face it, this is a move that comes with far-reaching implications. And at this point, politically, economically, and beyond as well.
Yeah, that's very true. Well, on the one hand, President Trump and those that support him say that Elon Musk is concerned because of some of the environmental provisions in this bill that would make subsidies for electric vehicles really a lot less and go away. But on the other hand, Elon Musk says that his only concern is that it's raising the national debt, and he wants to, quote unquote, prevent America from going bankrupt. But ultimately, those that support it say that without this bill, President Trump can't continue his agenda of not only getting funding for border security, immigration, which is very popular, and also, again, the tax cuts on Americans is very important. Almost $4.5 trillion tax cuts result from this bill. And if this bill doesn't go through, then as I mentioned, in 2026, almost 70% of Americans will see their taxes significantly raised. So on the downside, yes, the national debt does go up. There's a deficit problem. But on the plus side, for Americans, with the cost of living so high, their taxes won't go up. So, you know, it's a balancing act. Everyone has a right and everyone has a point to make. And it seems like everyone has the right point to make, but as it seems in government, someone has to make the compromises.
Thank you very much. You're doing a great job.
All right, stay with us, Susan, as we continue to track the very latest coming in. Those are the images that we're getting at this point of the U.S. president.
Thank you for that appointment. And thank you for coming back to Florida and everything that you do. Every single day you are delivering on the promises that you promised to us at all of the events you've done throughout the years, but specifically this last campaign. You deserve all the credit for everything, and you are surrounding yourself with incredible people like Secretary Noem, Stephen Miller. And just like your big, beautiful bill here in Florida, there was a lot of commotion about our immigration bill. And we had 3 Bs in that: beds, badges, and bad guys. And this goes right along with our beds and the resources. And I give the governor, Ron DeSantis, a lot of credit for stepping up and making sure that we all work together, because at the end of the day, even if sometimes there's